chosen ones, empaths, the narcissist hates seeing you doing better without them. You know, honestly, success is the best revenge, the most sweetest revenge possible. You don't need to do anything to the narcissist. I promise you that karma will always find its place. Everything bad that the narcissist done to you, they will be repaid, and they're owed a debt. They're in debt to karma. You see, they're in debt to karma. And God is merciful and gives people opportunities to change. Remember, we're not perfect. Even us chosen ones and empaths, we're not perfect. We're not like an angel. You know, an angel follows God because it has to follow God. It's told to follow God, and it has no free will. But we do have some kind of internal intention, free will that I believe in. Even though I believe in predestination, we still have internally a duality, which side we can side with, right? But the narcissist, honestly, they see you rise above. They see you doing better because they're watching. They are watching. They keep tabs on you well after they've been with you. I've had the signs. I've seen the proof. I've had hoovers after 4 years. You know, like, the narcissist is a proper weirdo, I'm telling you. And when they see you rising above, healing, getting your life back, getting your shit together, they honestly, like, they'll try and reach out. You may get a hi, how are you text. You might get a phone call in the middle of the night. You might see them in a local town where you're from, and they bump into you. Oh, sorry, I just bumped into you, like, you know. And that even happened with me with a potential partner, right? You know, I didn't get too involved with them. This was after the narcissist, but this was the one that I mentioned that said that was trying to use me to make the pastor jealous, even though the pastor had a wife and I was attending a church with her and stuff like that. And she said her dad owned a black magic shop. But, like, this one, a few times, you know, like, I'll just be walking in the area and it's, hi, oh, how are you? She was in that area waiting because she knew that I would come out of work at that time. So, you know, and like, one time when she done it, I didn't even recognize her. You know, that's how, like, I was just in my own thoughts. Didn't even recognize her. And she's like, oh, and she really made, like, a song and dance for me to notice her, you know. But this is what I'm saying. Like, the narcissists, like, they see you rise and they hate it. They honestly, and they see you, like, doing better without them, they want to come back and tear you down. Remember that the narcissist doesn't hoover because they love you, they want you back. The narcissist hoovers because they want a way back in to tear you down. Pardon. But yeah, they want a way back in to tear you down, and you can't afford to make the same mistakes again in letting them back in your life. You just can't. That you need to always utilize that door slam, bolt, and weld it shut. I will repeat that till the end of days. It's such a powerful quote from one of the subscribers in the comment section. You know, this is why this community, we're all sharing with one another. You know, we're all helping one another. There are some narcissists watching the content. Please press the like and subscribe button. Help your brother out. Take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. Like, I've noticed in the comment section that there is some narcissists that are watching the content, which, you know, at first it was going a long while. Like, I didn't notice no narcissists in the comment section. So I'm yawning. I didn't notice many narcissists in the comment section, but now I'm seeing certain narcissistic comments from people all over the world. But, you know, just leave them to their own devices. Sometimes I respond, sometimes I don't. But they're just saying weird things and They're just proper weirdos, man. I don't know why they're sitting there watching this. This channel's not for them. This channel's for chosen ones, for empaths, for beings of light. It's not for them, you know. I don't know what they're hoping to gain from watching this content. Like, it's not for them. It's not made for them. So they're eavesdropping now. I'll be honest. I'm telling you that if you are a narcissist, you're a toxic person, please can you get away from the channel now? Just go away. Stop watching the videos. I'm telling you, like, it's not made for you. It's made for chosen ones and for empaths. And I've seen some of you in the comment section like stand up and rise up and like fight back against them and that, and thank you for that, because I appreciate it. But honestly, like, the narcissists, you know, they see you doing well, and the enemy, you know, the thing is, one thing that the narcissist knows, right, is they know that someone can come along in your life when they first leave you, or first discard you, or you push them too far and cut them off. Their deepest worry and concern is you're going to find someone else. And they're also worried that you're going to find someone else that's similar to them, because they've known how they've manipulated you. They know how much they manipulated you and tormented you, devalued you and stuff like that. They're concerned that you're going to run into another narcissist, or possibly find actually your divine counterpart. This is really what they're scared about during the times when you cut them off or they discard you. They, deep down in the core of them, they are really worried about this. It causes them severe anxiety, knowing that, because they think we're their property. That's the way they look at us. They think that we're their property. And they think they own us, you know. They think they own us, and they think they have a right to be involved in our life. And, like, you know, door slamming a narcissist is one of the most powerful things you can do. Going no contact is one of the most powerful things you can do. And, you know, as I always say, we have the final discard, regardless if you cut them off, regardless if they discarded you. The moment you slam that door, bolt and weld it shut, is the moment you discarded them, and you go on a healing journey. I'm not saying it will be overnight. I'm not saying it will be by tomorrow, but you go on this healing journey. You evolve. You become better. You become stronger. You become more resilient. You just become the best version of yourself. You're like a version 2.0. You become a better version, and you rise and you rise and you rise. And I'm not saying there's not trouble along the way. Of course there's trouble along the way. I'm not saying you're going to be in happy days forever. But you when you get to the point, which happened to me like what year did it happen? Say 2018, right? I realized I didn't want the narcissist back in my life. I got to the point and understanding that I didn't want them back in my life. And this is what I'm saying. When you get to the point when you enjoy your own company more than with the narcissist, that's a great thing. Now, I was pursuing other relationships and stuff like that, right? But I didn't get too heavily involved with them. But I'm glad that they didn't lead to further. I didn't get stuck in those relationships because I was merely trying to heal through another person. But let me, if I elaborate on my point there, you know, once you hit that point when you enjoy your company more, you enjoy your alone time more, that's the second sine wave. That's the second sign of healing. You know, that's the second sign of healing. When you get to the point when you enjoy your own company rather than someone else being in it. And I'm not just talking about the narcissist being in your life, but you don't even want to let a potential partner in because they're not even worthy of your time, admiration, care, courteousness, empathy, love, all of those traits. They're not worthy of that. So when you get to that point when you know they're not worthy of that, and you don't want to let those people in neither, that's another significant step, And lastly is when you get the Hoover, right? When you get the Hoover from the narcissist and you door slam them again, you let them know that door's closed and there's no way back in. That's another significant step in the healing journey. But along all through these little situations that I brought up, we're rising above. We're rising. Some of us have gone and got promotions in work. Some of us have gone and written books. Some of us have made pieces of music. Some of us have done all sorts of things. There was even a subscriber the other day that was doing some acting work, that I spoke to. It's a beautiful thing that you're getting on with your life. You're rising up, and the narcissist hates this. They hate it with such a passion, seeing you do better and knowing they're not involved in your life and knowing that you made it without them. And let's just leave them there with their dusty new supply, both of them like proper weirdos, where you can't draw blood from a stone. Neither of them are producing energy. They're in the sofa looking at each other. Oh God, what a miserable place it must be. What a disgusting situation to be in. We're so fortunate, chosen ones. We're so fortunate, empath, to be able to look back and say we got out of that mess. And I promise you, you will get to this point. If the wounds are still fresh, I'm merely planting seeds that will grow into fruition later. You will remember what I said. It will be stored in your subconscious, and it will help you in the future. You will get further down the line, and you'll remember, yo, Zion said that. You know what? He was right, because you're going to see it happen. You're going to see it take place. And sometimes there was a subscriber that I spoke to, and the narcissist, didn't let him see the child, didn't let him have overnight stays with the child, was being real toxic to him. He went through abuse for like 3 years. They were separated for like 3 years or something like that. And we were speaking, and I was telling him all of this stuff, and he believed it, and it was helping him, but he just didn't see it happening. He used to keep, like, I had to keep reinforcing it, but sometimes we need reinforcement, and whoa, out of nowhere, the narcissist crumbled. The narcissist begged for him back. The narcissist was distraught, was crying, was saying, I know I'm never going to find someone like you, la 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 la. And you know what he'd done? He said, I know you'll never find someone like me. And he stood there nonchalant, and he didn't let her back in. And like, he's happy in life. He's saying, I said to him, just be careful that you don't get back involved, because it'll be worse the second time. If you take one of these people back, it's worse the second time. And this is what happens. And the dynamics of the situation totally flipped. And that's why I say, just bear patience, align with God's timing. There's Kairos timing and Chronos timing. Align with God's timing, and you will see things unfold. I promise you. I promise you. The narcissist sees you rise, and they hate it. And this is what happened with the scenario I just brought up about the fellow subscriber. The narcissist saw him rise over the 3 years. Deep down, he had pain inside. Deep down, he had wounds that needed to be healed. And he'd done a lot of self-love, and he'd done a lot of self-work. And he grinded, and he worked hard at it. And yeah, the narcissist begged for him back. Begged and begged, basically crying their eyes out for him back. And he said no. So I was very proud of him for doing that. Shout out, brother, if you are still listening. But yeah, the narcissist sees you rise, and they hate it. They see it, and they hate it. So anyway, I'll leave the video there. Thanks for watching today. please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can find the link in the description box. Currently, I have the secondary channel, the spiritual channel, which is more focused on the spiritual aspects and gives us a good contrast of content to digest, as well as just the narcissism stuff. So anyway, we'll be back with another video soon. Peace.